Hey, this is Daniel from Around the Board, and we're coming at you with day 8 of March Madness of board gaming. That's right, this is the last day of the first 64 games. This is the time that we will finally see our winners bracket and our losers bracket, and we'll be prepared for the next round where the winners actually go up against each other, and then it's going to be extra wild then. But let's take a look at the day 8 of March Madness of board gaming. With Carissa's division, we have Castles in Burgundy versus Potion Explosion, and this one was no contest. These probably shouldn't have been belonged in the same division, but hey, Carissa got to decide which one she wanted to do, and in the end, Castles of Burgundy crushed it with 32 votes versus Potions Explosion 6. Also, it's noteworthy that Castles of Burgundy got 32, which is one of the highest ranked which is one of the most highest vote getters in the competition so far, which bodes well for it. And several people had Castles of Burgundy taking it all. So this will be a good test to see how far castles can go. A lot of people are happy about that. Then we have Russian Railroads versus Puerto Rico. This was a one that divided the winners and the losers from the brackets. A lot of people had Russian Railroads winning, but a lot of people also had Puerto Rico, but that is where we did not see a lot of perfect predictions. It was because of this matchup, and boy was it close. Puerto Rico was trying to lose it the entire game. Russian Railroads was nipping at its heels. I think at one point we were even tied or in the lead, but in the end, Puerto Rico's fan base is just too hot to stop. And even though Russian Railroads is an exciting game, it can be found on BGA, it was just no match to Puerto Rico and the nostalgia that game brings to so many people. So Puerto Rico, you're advancing, and Russian Railroads, better luck next year. All right, then we have Unfathomable versus Vagrant Song. This one was noteworthy because it had the fewest votes in all of the competition so far. These are both underdog games, and while Unfathomable is an interesting game, it's a derivative of Battlestar Galactica, which had a lot of fanfare. It also hasn't seen the same level of excitement in the recent past. And Vagrant Song, man, it is critically acclaimed. It's saying it's one of the best boss battler cooperative games that are out there, but it just doesn't have a wide appeal for some reason. Maybe it just released from Kickstarter and hasn't made retail copies yet. I just don't see this one out in the wild, but I have a feeling if this one was played more often, it might be higher or might have done better. But today, Unfathomable, the Battlestar Galactica re-theme, is going to move on to round 2. And then we're going to take a look at Anne's division, and she had Cartographers, the powerhouse Cartographers versus Fantasy Realms. I'm excited to know that Cartographers, which is one of these transformative verb games, it's going to go against Welcome to eventually. I think it's going to this year. I could be wrong. Welcome to, I think, has to get through Unmatched, which is going to be pretty tough, but we might finally see a Cartographer and a Welcome to matchup. And I think those are two of the definitive verb games where you're flipping cards instead of rolling dice. These games definitely paved the way for future success of these games. But that's not to diminish Fantasy Realms. I think it's no secret that name and that cover has been a hindrance to this game from day one, even in its sales as well. There's just nothing that when you look at this game, there's nothing about it that just says, I need to play this game. But from all accounts, it is a great game. It plays quickly. You have 10 cards that you are trying to optimize the best points with those 10 cards, and you're going to do that by playing a card to the table and drawing a card, or drawing a card from the table and putting one on the table. Ultimately, you are trying to optimize that 10 card hand. A lot of good things. It's a super quick game, but unfortunately it got defeated by Cartographers. All right, well, now let's look at the matchups or the ratings. So we'll look at that Daniel. He's number 1. That's me. I've never been number 1 in this competition ever. This is crazy. I'm super excited, but I'm right up there with Topher. And round 1, it's kind of just fun to see the people go up and down, but really round 2 is where it's really going to divide. I like to use John as an example because he's still in competition, but his #1 pick was knocked out in the first round, which is Great Western Trail. So even though he's high in the rankings, he may not actually win this. But look, we have some familiar names. Let's see. Andy is right in the middle of the pack, so he's there. Kelly, our friend Kelly, she's #3 right now, and then Cliff Chafee's #2. Mike and Tara, they've been or Kenny and Tara, actually, they've been going back and forth for a while. So it's anybody's game still. It's still the competition's still early, and yeah, we'll see what happens. But let's take a look at the matchups for the next round. Okay. These are all brand new, okay? So we got Nidavellir versus Heat. My money is on Heat. I think Heat's going to go a very long way. Nidavellir is a powerful game, but I just think Heat just too hot right now. Civilization versus the Colonists. This one, honestly, coin toss. I don't think too many people care about either one of these games, but I'm going to go on the video game name recognition and say Civilization. Eminent and Domain. Eminent and Domain versus Champions of Midgard. No contest. Champions of Midgard is going to destroy Eminent Domain. While it barely squeaked by in round 1, it is not going to even stand a chance in round 2, in my opinion. Eminent Domain, that is. Champions of Midgard will be the winner. Wonderland Wards versus Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico is going to take this one for sure. So in the end, I think Andrew's division, we're going to look at a final 4 of Heat, Civilization, Champions of Midgard, and Puerto Rico. That's my guess. I wonder how right I'll be. All right, Zach's division, we have Dune Imperium versus Stockpile. Oh boy, guys, this one is going to be tough, but I have to give the edge to Dune Imperium. As well loved as Stockpile is, I just don't think it can stand a chance against Dune Imperium, which is one of the hottest games out there right now. Bonanza versus Scythe. I think the smart money is on Scythe, but I think Bonanza is going to go a long way. Bonanza is a favorite for a lot of people, and it's just one of these sleepers that could just go pretty far. Blood on the Clock Tower versus Wayfarers. Why? Wayfarers is a Garfield game, and they are super popular amongst people. I think Blood on the Tower, the Clock Tower, and the newness of that game and how excited people are about it, like the cult following of that game, I think it's going to take it here. Power Grid versus Unfathomable. Again, no contest. Power Grid is going to destroy in this competition. I would be surprised if Unfathomable gets more than 10 votes. That's my personal prediction. All right, so in Chris's division, we have Earth versus Everdell, and I'm going to give it to Earth. Everdell has been in this competition almost every single year, and every year it doesn't go as far as the last year. While it was a finalist in one of the years, I don't even think it's going to get past round 2 because Earth is that good. Point Salad versus Lost Ruins of Arnak. This is another one that Lost Ruins is just going to crush Point Salad. Doesn't stand a chance in my opinion. Meadow versus Sentry. This one's gonna be a tough one. This one I think is one of the fairest comparison between the two, and I am interested to see where this one lands. But if I'm put my money where my mouth is, I guess I would say I'm gonna give it to Sentry. I think Sentry is gonna edge out the victory there. And then Castles of Burgundy versus Agricola. Man, Agricola has its following, but Castles of Burgundy, Stefan Fell's masterpiece. There's no way that's gonna beat Agricola, Agricola is going to beat that. So my money is on Castles of Burgundy. I keep saying money. It's like there's no money on the line here at all. So, all right. We have Anne's division, and we have Galaxy Trucker versus Dice Throne. Again, Galaxy Trucker just barely made it in, so Dice Throne, I think, is the safe bet here. Splendor Duel versus Sagrada. I was going to go with Sagrada. I'm pretty sure that's what it's in my bracket, but after hearing people talk about Splendor Duel at Second Friday, Splendor Duel has to have it. It's so good, apparently. I've never played it, but a lot of people are super excited about it, so that's my prediction. And then Welcome To versus Cult Express. I have to give it to Welcome To. Again, I think a lot of people really do not like Cult Express. I saw a lot of people actually vote actively against Cult Express, so I think Welcome To is going to be the winner here. And then Cartographers versus Unmatched. This contest is going to be tough. I know personally I want Unmatched to win, but I really think Cartographers is going to win. And then I think we're going to see a Cartographers versus Welcome To matchup, and I think that's going to be a great matchup, one to find like the definitive verb and verb game. All right, guys, well, that is the end of the first round of March Madness of board gaming and my predictions for round 2. Stay tuned, guys, and keep your eyes peeled to this channel to keep finding updates about March Madness of board gaming. This is an exhilarating time. People who are involved in it are super excited about it, and they just this is one of the best activities we do online. If you want to be a part of this, just ask me. We have to join FBC Gamers Facebook group, and you can be a part of the voting as well, and you can see all the crazy action in real time and not have to wait for my recaps. So hey guys, we are excited you joined us, but until next time, we'll see you around the board.